Habit number 1. Picture this. You come home after a long, exhausting day. You open the door, and there they are, tail going absolutely crazy, eyes wide, spinning in circles like you've been gone for a decade. You laugh, you kneel down, you let them cover your face in kisses. And then you think, does my dog actually love me? Or is this just habit, just instinct, just hunger? Here's what no one tells you. Dogs don't trust easily. They can't talk. They can't text you. They can't sit you down and say, hey, I feel safe with you. But they are communicating, every single day, through quiet, subtle behaviors that most people completely miss. And if your dog does even a few of the things on this list, it means something profound. It means that out of every person, every stranger, every experience they've ever had, they chose to trust you completely. Stay with me, because number 4 on this list is the one that's going to hit you hardest. Most dog owners see it every single night and have absolutely no idea what it really means. We are talking about 7 silent habits. Not the loud ones, not the obvious ones, the silent ones. The ones happening right in front of you while you scroll your phone, while you cook dinner, while you sit on the couch half asleep. Your dog is telling you everything. You just haven't known how to listen. Until now. Habit number 2. Let's start with something that happens in a quiet moment. Maybe you're sitting on the couch, or you're working at your desk, and you glance over at your dog. And right there, looking back at you, are 2 soft, steady eyes. Not frantic. Not demanding. Just calm, watching you, present with you. And then something almost imperceptible happens. Your dog blinks slowly, holds your gaze for just a moment longer than necessary, and relaxes. Most people look away, a little uncomfortable, maybe even a little weirded out. But here's what's actually happening in that moment, and it is extraordinary. In the wild, sustained eye contact between animals is a challenge. It's a threat. It's dominance. 2 wolves locking eyes is a power struggle. So when your dog holds your gaze with soft, relaxed eyes, they are doing something that goes completely against their primal wiring. They are choosing vulnerability over defense. Scientists have studied this. When dogs and their trusted humans make eye contact, both of their brains release oxytocin, the same hormone released between a mother and her newborn child. Your dog looks at you the way a baby looks at its mother. So the next time your dog catches your eye and just holds it, don't look away. Hold it back. Blink slowly. That moment is your dog reaching across the species barrier and making a choice to connect with you on the deepest neurological level possible. Now, this next one is so ordinary that you might have never once stopped to think about what it actually means. You're standing in the kitchen, watching TV, just existing in a room, and your dog walks over and simply leans on you. Their whole body weight pressing softly against your leg. Maybe they don't even look up, they just lean. It looks lazy. It looks like they just want something to rest against. But dogs don't lean on things that make them feel unsafe. If something scared your dog, they create distance. Habit number 3. You cannot go from one room to the next without your shadow. You get up to get a glass of water, they're right behind you. You go to the bathroom, there's a snout poking through the door. You move from the couch to the bed, 4 paws click-clack across the floor right after yours. A lot of people find this endearing but also slightly exhausting, and they wonder, is something wrong with my dog? Are they too attached? Here's the important distinction every dog owner needs to understand. There is a difference between anxiety-based following and trust-based following. An anxious dog follows you with tension in their body. They pace, they whine, they cannot settle even when you sit down. But a trust-based follower? Completely different energy. They trot behind you calmly. When you stop, they stop. When you sit, they settle. They are not panicking. They are just choosing to be near you because being near you is genuinely where they want to be. In canine behavior, this is called social referencing. Your dog uses you as their compass. When they are not sure about something new, a strange sound, an unfamiliar place, they look to you first to gauge how to feel about it. A dog that follows you has decided that you are the most trustworthy thing in their world, and they want to stay close to that. That's not dependence, that's devotion. And now we arrive at the one I promised you. The one that happens every single night while you're asleep and you probably never think twice about. Watch where your dog chooses to sleep. Maybe they curl up at the foot of your bed. Maybe they lay on the floor right beside you. Maybe they sleep with their back pressed to your legs, or facing away from you, toward the door. We tend to feel a small, irrational sting when our dogs face away from us, like they're ignoring us, but the truth is almost embarrassingly the opposite. When a dog is asleep, they are at their absolute most vulnerable. Habit number 4. Now picture this moment. Your dog trots over to you with something in their mouth. Maybe it's their favorite chew. Maybe it's that ratty tennis ball they've had since puppyhood. Maybe it's, inexplicably, one of your socks. They drop it at your feet, or they hold it there proudly, tail moving slowly, looking up at you with those big eyes. We laugh at this. We take a photo. We tell our friends. But we rarely stop to ask, why is this happening at all? The deepest explanation takes us back to wolves. In pack culture, sharing food is one of the most significant social acts that exists. You don't share your kill with just anyone. You share with those you trust, those you love, those you consider family. For a domestic dog, their toys, their prized objects, their precious possessions, these are their equivalent, their currency of affection. When your dog brings you their favorite toy, they are doing something so vulnerable it should make your heart ache a little. That toy might be the thing they love most in the world, and they are walking it over to you and saying, I want you to have this, because you are important enough to share it with. Some behaviorists also interpret this as an invitation. Your dog wants to engage with you, wants to play, wants to exist in your world actively. They are reaching out across the silence and handing you an olive branch made of squeaky rubber. And every time you respond, every time you take the toy and play the game, you reinforce exactly what they already believe, that you are worth approaching, and that the world between you is safe and full of joy. Habit number 5. This next one is subtle. So subtle that you have to watch carefully to notice it. But once you do, you'll see it everywhere. Your dog is tense when strangers come over, ears up, body stiff, alert and watchful. But when you walk in the room, something shifts. The shoulders drop, the ears soften, the muscles that were holding all that vigilance just release. Your dog takes a breath, you can sometimes literally see their ribs expand, and they settle. You did that, just by being there. A dog in a state of stress is running on cortisol and adrenaline, and it takes something very powerful to interrupt that cycle and tell the nervous system to stand down. Your presence is that signal. Through months and years of experiences where you showed up, kept them safe, fed them, comforted them, been consistent, your very presence has become biologically coded as safe. You have become a physiological cue for calm. This doesn't happen with people the dog barely knows or doesn't trust. It is the accumulated result of every single time you were gentle, every time you kept your promise to come home, every time you showed up. You have taught your dog's nervous system, without a single word, that when you are near, the world is okay. That is an extraordinary kind of trust, built not in one grand moment, but in thousands of quiet ones. Habit number 6. And finally, we've arrived at the last one, the one that happens every time you walk through the door. The explosion of joy, the spinning, the jumping, the sounds that are almost too happy to be real. You've seen it 1,000 times. You might have started to take it for granted. Don't. Here's what's remarkable about your dog's greeting. Dogs have no concept of performative emotion. They cannot fake it. They cannot decide to seem happy in order to manage your feelings. What you see when your dog greets you is the purest, most unfiltered emotional display that exists in the animal kingdom. There is zero social calculation in it. It is 100% real. Studies on dog cognition have shown that dogs can distinguish their owner's scent from all other humans, and the part of their brain associated with reward and pleasure lights up more intensely for their owner than for strangers. When you walk through that door, your dog's brain is flooded with the neurological equivalent of joy. You are, to their brain, the best thing that exists. The greeting also reveals something else. Your dog has been tracking your absence the entire time you were gone. They were waiting, hoping, counting on your return. And when you come back, every second of that waiting resolves into that explosion of relief and happiness. They are celebrating you. Not food, not a walk, you. Your return means everything is right in their world again. Habit number 7. Here's what all of this adds up to. These 7 habits, the calm eye contact, the leaning, the following, the way they sleep, the toys they bring you, the way they soften in your presence, and the joy they can't contain when you return, none of them are accidents. None of them are mindless. Every single one of them is the result of a decision your dog made, somewhere deep in their ancient, feeling, loyal heart. They looked at you and decided you were safe. They tested that trust, day after day, small moment after small moment, and you came through. Maybe you didn't even realize you were being tested. But you passed. Over and over again, you passed. Dogs have been with humans for somewhere between 15 and 40,000 years, longer than any other animal. And in all that time, the thing that has never changed is this: when a dog truly trusts you, they give you something no human can quite replicate. A love that is unconditional, non-judgmental, and completely, devastatingly sincere. So the next time your dog leans against your leg, really see it. The next time they follow you to the kitchen for the 7th time today, smile instead of sigh. The next time you catch them sleeping with their back to you, facing the door while you rest, know that you are being protected by one of the most loyal creatures that has ever existed. They are not just a pet, not just an animal that lives in your house. They are a being who looked at the whole world and decided, out of everything in it, that you were the safest place to land. And they are right.